welcome to the official brand and commercial launch live stream for Body by the Faja Doctor. I cannot wait for you to see this faja that I spent a whole year working on and developing in collaboration with my double board certified plastic surgeon, Dr. Azizi. We're gonna share the story behind the brand with you. We're gonna talk about the different design elements, dive into Be Defiantly You and what it really means, and obviously show the commercial so you can finally see the faja. I am so excited. As you know, we're also doing a faja giveaway to one lucky viewer of the live stream, so make sure to stick around until the end to find out whether it's you. Attendance is mandatory in order for you to be able to win one of the fajas. Once the live stream is over, the official pre-sale is going to start. You will get an exclusive link sent to your email address that you can use to pre-order your body faja.
Yo, 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 yo. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the first ever live stream for Body Fajas. Everybody give it up. Come on, give it up, everybody. We are live here from the Faja Doctor headquarters here in Marietta, Georgia. We're going to release the body faja for you guys. We're super excited. Glad that all our family and friends are in this room. In the comments, please go ahead and shout out where you're from. We're going to be very active with you guys today. We're going to do this podcast style. We're going to have it fun. We're not going to hold you long. We're definitely going to show you this faja soon. But first, let me introduce to you my lovely wife and the reason why we're all here, the Faja Doctor, Diana. Well, first of all, you look amazing.
Thanks. I appreciate it. You do too.
Thank you. So let's talk.
Let's talk.
13 years
Get
ago.
comfortable on this chair here first.
13 years ago, you hollered at me. So
oh, wow. It's like that.
You hollered at me.
I did, actually. That is true.
Did you think we'll be here?
No.
Why not? Why not?
I mean, I started, we didn't have much growing up. One bedroom apartment. My mom lived in the family room so I could have the privacy of the bedroom. And now we're here. I mean, it's just mind blowing. It's mind blowing. I never would have thought that.
I know. I'm trying not to cry because all this hard work we put in. So
it's been a lot of hard work but not just the last 2 years. It's been really, we've been strategically building up to something that we didn't know yet, but we were building up to it. And like looking back at it now, we're like, wow, all these different random things that God put us into, different roles that we worked and whatnot, are all like, even the most minuscule ones. Like I had a part-time job at a gas station when I was a teenager. And
when I was deployed.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Yes. Oh, so I was not a teenager anymore. Okay.
You were kind of an adult, but hopefully.
Yeah, I was already grown. I was grown. Yes. But like even things that I learned at the gas station part-time job, I am using today. Like it's just crazy. But yes.
Okay. So let's talk about the Faja Doctor, where it came from. I know a lot of people know the story already. For folks who don't, let's kind of talk about the creation of the Faja Doctor and where that came from.
So back in September of 2020, I had my very first plastic surgery with Dr. Azizi, who's actually on the call. And I had my faja on for like 5 weeks, and it was getting looser and looser by the day. I was researching like crazy, trying to figure out, what do I do? Because I can't go down in size because my butt's not going to fit. And we all know when you get a BBL, you don't want to compress your booty. So I eventually just pulled a sewing machine out of my closet that was sitting there collecting dust that I only used once to sew some 2-story living room curtains that I was too cheap to buy.
She asked me for this for Christmas randomly. She was like,
can
I get a sewing machine for Christmas? And I was like, bet, that's easy. Like Amazon real quick. And it's okay.
Right. So that sewing machine that he bought for me, it was 2 years prior, actually. Right. It's 2 Christmases prior. I pulled out and I started to just like think about, okay, what makes sense logically to alter this faja? And I did it. And when I wore it the very next morning, I slept in it. The very next morning, I woke up and my waist was just like the smallest that I've ever seen. Because remember, I was 5 to 6 weeks post-op. So I had just had a whole bunch of fat removed from my midsection. It's kind of weird to talk in front of all these people about my liposuction, but it's okay. So I was like, oh my God, I have something here because no one else is offering this service to make people's fajas tighter. So I need to start something here. When I started, I called it Snatched Waist Faja Alterations because I was like, you know what? I'm going to start this today. So I'm not going to even worry about thinking about a name or anything. I'm just going to start and see what happens. I instantly started an Instagram account and posted pictures of me and my faja before I altered it and after I altered it, which actually shows quite a bit of a difference. I still have those pictures on my Instagram, y'all. You got to scroll quite a bit, but you're going to see them all the way at the bottom. And yeah, just like that, the Faja Doctor was born.
So let's talk about what a Faja is for some people who don't know. We got some new family members in here who may not know exactly what a Faja is. So tell me what it is, who wears it, and why you would wear it.
Gotcha. So a Faja, I like to explain it very simply as a hybrid between something like Spanx, so like shapewear that's seamless and not as strong, but it hides under your clothing. But also, and the other side of the hybrid would be a corset or a waist trainer, which really, really snatches you, but it shows because it's a waist trainer, it's bulky. So a Faja is literally a hybrid between the two because you get the ability to hide it under your clothes. I'm currently wearing one, currently wearing the body Faja. You get to wear it under your clothes without it showing, but you get to also be super, super snatched. Who can wear it? Anybody. There's no limit. It's very, very popular for plastic surgery patients, but you can, maybe you just had a baby. You want your stomach to bounce back. You can wear Faja for that. Maybe you want to look extra snatched under an outfit for your wedding.
What's snatched? Kind of Come on, I don't know.
Snatched?
Come on, man. Use all these words. What's snatched?
What's snatched? What's snatched? Snatched is when you're, your waist, little waist, booty popping out, so you're snatched.
Okay.
Like Vincent.
So going back to your initial story of kind of just the hustle and the grind of kind of figuring out, I want you to tell everybody about the Target bathroom.
Ooh, this is low-key embarrassing, but it's part of my journey, so I'm going to talk about it proudly. This dude right here, when I first told him that I got a brilliant idea.
I didn't think it was brilliant.
No, he did not. First of all, he was against the plastic surgery for an entire year before I finally was able to pull the trigger and pay for it and sign my contract for it. So this dude was against it at first, but he definitely came around now. But what was the question?
Target bathroom.
The Target bathroom.
Yeah.
All right, so 2020 December, sorry.
Sometime
Pandemic.
in 2020.
Okay.
Thank you.
Pandemic. And I'm like, I'm still working at JP Morgan, by the way. So I have a whole full-time job. We're all working remote. And I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I'm just going to have these people come to my house. Terrible idea. Only lasted a week. One of these days, it was the 7th day, and I already instantly had clients coming because it was really a needed service. One of these days, lovely client, but she came with her 3 boys. They were very loud. Dre happened to be on a phone call with a very senior executive at his previous job.
Yeah.
So he was like, okay, this is it. We're not doing this anymore. And I'm like, you're not going to tell me no. I know, I believe in this. I know I got something. I know a lot of people need this. So I was like, let me be creative. There's a Target 7 minutes from my house. Let me just meet these girls at the Target bathroom, take their measurements real quick, grab their Faja. I know, I was hustling. Grab their Faja, take it home.
Please tell them what the security guard. Tell them what the security guard said to you.
Ooh, all right. So after I think I did it for 2 or so months before I actually ended up renting a location. But for those 2 months, I keep disappearing with these random women in the Target bathroom. The security lady came up to me because I went to Starbucks right after one of my appointments, my bathroom appointment. She was like, I see you always going in the bathroom with random women. What are you doing? And I was like, I just told her what it was. I was not about to sit here and lie for what. And her response was, get your money, honey. So I was like, okay, bet. But yeah, shortly after that, I was like, obviously I did not want to go to Target bathroom. Like, how terrible is that? But it worked out.
I think it did. Obviously I was a huge obstacle there, which I think we both, dang, you're going to do me like that on live TV? No, I think we agreed, like, those obstacles that we decided together that we needed to put in place kind of helped us grow and help us get to where we are now, because now we're building this wonderful brand. We have all these people here. We have hundreds of folks on the live stream supporting you for everything that you've done. So again, let's give it up to our guys. Let's give it up. Let's give it up. Okay, we're going to get to the commercial so we can talk about the Faja, but I got 2 questions for you. We got 5 minutes until we do the release of the Faja, and we can talk about that. But tell me, what was the easiest part of this journey so far?
Whoa.
The easiest part.
I was not ready for that question.
I know, so I'm hitting you upside the head.
I can't say that any of it was easy because I've been busting my butt.
That's true.
Since the very beginning of snatched waist faja
Hold on, but even
alterations.
before that though,
Oh, yeah,
because when you
Right.
were trying to do the alteration, doing the carpentry work.
Oh, that's right. Because
Oh, bro. That was-
anyone who follows my social media in this room, everybody on live obviously follows. You may have most likely seen the video, but I did a whole bunch of carpentry work, like DIY, farmhouse style furniture, accent walls.
It would be
You
like
name it.
it would
And-
be like on a random Tuesday at 11:30 p.m. Like, okay, I'm gonna go to bed.
Ooh, and I was
Emory, our son is here. Emory, am I lying? No, okay. But
Yeah.
she was dedicated.
I was
Dedicated.
dedicated. He told me the only way you can get this plastic surgery is if you don't touch
Hey,
your
you ain't gotta say
your
it like
check.
that, though.
Oh, you want me to lie on live?
That's not exactly how I said it. But
Okay.
yeah.
So I was like, okay, bet. Let me go ahead and build furniture. So yeah, that worked out very well. But why were we talking about this?
Oh, that's the easiest part. But let me ask you the hardest part.
Oh
now.
yeah.
Ask you the hardest part.
But wait, I haven't finished the
Oh, I'm
question
sorry.
though.
My bad.
So I remember now. Dang, I don't remember.
Okay. This is what happens when you have live TV. You can't prep. Okay.
Right, we can't cut this, you guys.
All right. Hardest part.
Hardest part, probably all the work that I had to put in and the
Okay.
amount. The hardest part for me was Emery, my son, coming to me and saying, "Mommy, I want to hang out with you," and I have so much work to do. That's the hardest part.
Yeah. Okay.
Woo! But yeah, hold on. To finish while you wipe your tears.
Yeah.
I know. I look, but the easiest part was the fact that I felt I saw a very, very clear vision for all of this. For all of this, I remember Jenny. I don't know if you're on. Jenny is Dr. Azizi's assistant. I told her when I came to one of my post-op appointments to my surgeon, girl, I'm thinking about changing snatched waist faja alterations to the Faja Doctor. I keep hearing it in my head, like it was like echoing in my head. And one day I just did it, and I kept procrastinating because I was like, man, I have all this content out, and I have my little snatched waist faja alterations. So many words, watermark on everything. Like it's gonna be so much to change it. I'm getting so many followers. If I change the name on my Instagram, how are they gonna find me now? Dre was like, Diana, if you don't do this now, it's only gonna get harder. He was right. He was right. We were able to overcome that very simply with a nice little giveaway, and people were able to find me again. Yes.
All right. So we got 2 minutes to the release
Okay.
of the official commercial.
Woo.
So let's fast forward to about 18 months or so. What made you want? What made us want to do a faja?
I, as you know, altered thousands of fajas by now, and I am so tired of seeing them beige and black fajas. There's nothing wrong with them. That's the OGs. That's the OGs. But after altering, I don't know, we've lost count. We have the data somewhere, but it's definitely over 7,000 by now. I'm tired of it. I need a little bit of something. And I'm extra. Those people who know me, they know that I'm extra. So I wanted to create something extra for everyone else who's also extra.
Okay. All right. I think we're a little bit early. So we're going to get the commercial queued up. Once I get the signal, we're going to do a countdown from 5, and we're going to do the world premiere of the Body Faja round 1.
Yeah, round 1.
Round 1.
Yes.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready, Mike. We'll get the countdown. All right. Everybody with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Brii, goosebumps. And I've watched this video like 200 times already. I have goosebumps. Oh my God.
Okay. So we got a lot to talk about.
Oh.
So on the live stream, continue to give your feedback on what you think of the garment. It's been 18 months in the works, so we'd love to hear your feedback. I'm gonna try to put them on the screen while I ask Diana some questions here. So let's talk about it. What was the inspiration? Where did it come from? What makes it special? I know we're gonna bring Dr. Azizi shortly, but let's kind of hear from you what you think.
Man, again, the inspiration was just, I want something different. I'm looking up at brands like Victoria's Secret, right? If you think about it, us ladies in particular, I don't know about y'all guys over there, but if I buy a pair of panties that I really like, I'm gonna buy them in like 10 different colors. I need options, I need prints, I need patterns, I need.
I do that with clothes, so I mean, you know.
You're right, because you got the same
black pants,
button-up shirt in like 300 versions.
Right. Right.
Yes. See. Exactly. But yeah, so I just wanted to create something that people can like show their individualism with and like really be sexy with. And you know, you're recovering from plastic surgery. Don't you want to look hot? While you know you just paid for this body and now you're sitting here in your faja. Don't you want to look sexy while you're recovering? So that was my personal, you know, thought process behind it. And then obviously being so exposed to all these fajas that I've literally cut up in every way possible. I've experimented. Everything that I do with my alterations, I figured it out on my own by experimenting, by making mistakes, by learning from it. I love making mistakes. Mistakes are good because you learn from making mistakes, you grow from it. So I was always embracing making mistakes because it got me to this place at this point. But you know, looking at all these fajas being exposed, every one of my clients has to submit an intake form with pictures in the faja. I see all these different issues, constantly the same issues over and over again. So I'm like, okay, I know exactly how to solve this. I know what impacts this and so forth. Why the heck would I not make a faja? I have all this knowledge, not to mention I had 2 plastic surgeries. I have worn fajas for so long. I know them by heart. I know them. I know all the faja brands that are out there. I get literally random fajas from Turkey mailed in. Any faja that's out there.
2 from Australia.
Oh, I had 2 from Australia in the same week. I posted about that because I was like, oh my God, Australia. I had one from Kenya that same week too, which is crazy.
Right.
But you know, I know all these fajas. Why the heck would I not? And then Dr. Azizi, he did both of my plastic surgeries. I was like, I need him to be part of this. So I gave him a call and he immediately said yes. But we could talk about that with him.
So before we pull in Dr. Azizi, be defiantly you. BDY, be defiantly you. Tell me about that.
I mean, you should be telling everyone about that because I've been defying you for 13 years.
Facts. Big
so
facts.
That's it. That's basically it.
I've
always been a risk taker. I always wanted to go against the grain. And I'm not afraid.
Unnecessarily sometimes. Golly.
It's necessary.
Okay, my bad.
You know, so be defiantly you is literally me. But at the same time, if you think about it, probably all of us here can tell a story about something in their life that they had to overcome, an obstacle, a challenge, in order to get to where they believed they needed to be. So be defiantly you.
So with that, every person that we partner with, from Brii and Model, Imani, Chop and his team, Maya and Dr. Azizi, have all embodied that be defiantly you. So I want to pull in Dr. Azizi real quick so we can talk to him and get his perspective on the faja. So Dr. Azizi is a double board certified plastic surgeon. He is born and raised in Chicago. He went to medical school in the medical school, Chicago Medical School. He went to New York Plastic Surgery Fellowship, and he's the practitioner of RAM Plastic Surgery in Chicago. He is also Diana's personal physician. Welcome in, Doc. How are you, sir?
What is up, guys? How's it going? Can you hear me okay?
Good, good. Before we move on, we want to make sure, Mike, we're good with the feedback. You need us to move. How we feeling? Okay. All right. So first, tell me a little bit about you, your practice. I kind of gave your bio a little bit, but anything you want to plug about your practice real quick before we get started?
Man, I'm not really one for plugging myself, although my wife will tell you that I'm all about talking to myself about myself and stuff, man. Honestly, I do breast and body contouring. I got pretty well known for my BBL technique, and I do high def liposuction. I went down to Colombia to learn from Alfredo Hoyos how to do the high def and stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I just try to bring the best for my patients. I work super hard. I work from like super early to late, and I do one big surgery a day, quality over quantity. And honestly, knowing Diana throughout this whole thing and what she's been trying to do, this was perfect. And I was so happy and honored to be a part of it. I could probably talk about this forever. I know we don't have time forever, but I could talk about this whole thing forever. I was actually getting goosebumps watching that video too.
So tell me about the relationship between you and Diana. I know you mentioned that briefly. So how did this come about? What was your role? Kind of explain to me what you and Diana came up with to create this garment.
Yeah. So, I mean, Diana came to me as a patient first, and, some point during her recovery, we were talking about like alterations and stuff. In Chicago, no one was doing alterations. All I do all day long is talk to people about garments all the time. And we had heard about some people doing alterations. There was one sketchy dude somewhere, and I'm sure anyone in Chicago who went to him knows who that was. So there was a need in the community. So Diana started doing the alterations. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And I was sending my patients to her. And then she started the Faja Doctor Instagram, and that thing blew up quicker than my Instagram. I was like, oh my God, dude, she's blowing up. It's awesome. Honestly, it was through quality and hard work, right? So I was super happy. I think the community had this need, and the community was thirsty for it. And that's why when she brought it with the quality and the hard work, and obviously the memes and like the content, like everyone was ready for it. And I was ready for it. I was like, dude, I got to send all my patients here. So that was a big deal. And that's even before we started talking about the Faja that she was thinking about making.
So let's talk about it. So what were you looking for as a plastic surgeon? You were seeing in the market, you're like, man, this is missing. And then you and Diana worked together to kind of fill that void.
There was no perfect Faja. I remember I still talk about Fajas all day long. The only thing I talk about more than Fajas is probably cellulite. All I do is talk about cellulite and Fajas with patients, man. So everyone's body is different. When we're creating more of kind of the extreme hip to waist ratios, it's hard to fit people. All the garments coming out of Colombia are like super crazy small, which don't really fit a lot of like the American patients. And everyone's always having issues with all these different things, right? So I was like, we're pretty much going to talk about Fajas forever. So then when Diana brought it up to me that she was thinking of making her own Faja, I was like, yes, please do it. Because like, yes, obviously some surgeons will do it, but we see things from our perspective and what we need as a surgeon, but we don't live in Fajas. We don't do the compression thing. We're not having plastic surgery. And there's a lot of things that are very specific to women and women's needs in these Fajas that I'm not even going to think about. So I was all about Diana doing it. I was like, look, Diana, you've worked on a zillion garments. You know what is wrong with all these garments. You know how to fix what's wrong with all these garments. And then like, like fabrics and all these kinds of things, right? She knows that woman's body super good and what everything needs, right? So I was like, please do this, because there's no reason why you can't be the biggest Faja maker out there, because like I use everybody else. I use all the high-end brands. And when she came to me with her ideas of what she wanted to do in this, I was like, dude, your ideas blow away all these other high-end brands. I used Marina garments, which are some of the most expensive ones for all my patients. And what she put together that I kind of helped, tell her what I needed from a surgeon's perspective is way better in a million ways. And when she started sending me her ideas and presentations, I was like, dude, there's like 20 things in this garment I didn't even think about improving that are just super smart. And if you're not a woman, and if you haven't had plastic surgery and gone through this and altered zillions of these things, you wouldn't know about these things. And then my whole thing was like, look, I need compression here. I need here. What about this? What about this? Surgeons are going to think about this. Surgeons are going to think about this. So I tried to give my little bit, but she already came ready with this super high quality garment that I can't wait to get. And I probably text her every week being like, when can we get these garments, man? When can I get these on my patients?
And the stage one, but that might have been a little bit of a teaser there too. Okay, so Diana, along with the doctor, let's walk through some of the key features. I know we got some of the images keyed up, Mike, right? Some of the images of the file so we can get those showing while Diana's talking through it. But just kind of walk through some of the things that you think are the key features of the garment.
Man, it's a very long list actually, because I thought through, and Dr. Azizi knows because I presented everything, all of my ideas to him in the very beginning. I thought about literally everything. Like I had so many fajas where the straps were hurting me. They were cutting me into my shoulders. Or bra straps a little too thin. I have more juice, so I need support. I need my fajas to have thicker straps. So what I created was slightly thicker straps, padded not only on the shoulder, but also in your underarm area, because it does rub down here too. And then a lot of fajas, I'm just gonna go like top to bottom. A lot of fajas will cut your breast off. My fellow faja, look, who else? Anybody? Yep. They will cut your breasts off, literally right here. My faja contours your entire chest area so that your breasts can breathe and be fabulous. Speaking of breasts.
Don't look at me when you say that.
I saw him.
No, I'm good. No, you're good. You're good. No, you're good. Continue.
Ooh, girl. Sorry. So, breasts. What are we doing with them? I have a matching bralette. So it comes with your faja purchase. You're getting it. It's going to be the same exact pattern as the faja you saw. I mean, you saw the commercial. Brii was wearing it so beautifully, by the way. Literally have a crush on you still. And then let's see.
Shout out Juliana's one of Juliana's on the live stream.
Yes,
so Juliana, thank you so much. I know you couldn't make it. We appreciate you. You look so beautiful. This is actually my favorite pose of hers. Like she looks amazing there. We had a great time doing the shoot, but she looks amazing.
But actually, this is great. Let's leave that up there, Mike, please. So obviously we got 4 rows of hook adjustability. Now this is nothing groundbreaking, but they're gold.
They're extra.
But they're gold. Okay, right. So I wanted extra. I have every piece of metal hardware is gold. It's high quality. It's very durable because we're tired of these hooks breaking on us or spinning or like getting twisted up. These hooks are very, very durable. Then obviously, I mean, that's a no-brainer, the pattern, right? We got the leopard. And then I put a lot of emphasis on the booty design. So you actually, I haven't seen this on any other faja on the market. You're getting butt cleavage compression. Shout out to Dr. Azizi, by the way, because I remember waking up from my second surgery with him. And one of the first things he said to me was, Diana, I give you butt cleavage. And I was like, ah! So yeah, that was amazing when he said that to me, because I was literally like, did I tell you that I loved you after that? Because I was still on the drugs.
Yeah, but I don't, listen, a lot of people tell me they love me on the drugs. I wait until they get sober to see if they mean it.
I appreciate that.
Like, I literally just woke up from general anesthesia. So, butt cleavage, I was like, oh my God, I'm in love. Anyways, the faja has butt cleavage compression. The faja has booty lift. There is 0 compression on your butt and hips. So super, super comfortable there. But the faja is also going to work for any type of surgery, almost any type. I would say fleur-de-lis, tummy tucks in the very beginning, I don't recommend because you have the scar going all the way up here. While that scar is healing, I don't recommend it for that particular surgery. But every other surgery, this faja is going to be perfect for. Then obviously we got the legs, non-slip, mid-thigh length, because I didn't want to go too short because I know I have a lot of thick customers. And we have thick thighs, so if it's too short, it's going to roll up on us. So this particular length, I find, is the most convenient. Like, you're not going to be sweating all over yourself, but also, like, it's still short, but it's going to stay where it needs to stay. What else? I mean, obviously, we got multiple layers of compression that are very strategically placed. Lower abdomen compression, you name it. Your back, your waist, your upper back. We actually designed the faja to go pretty high up your upper back so that you can have some compression there. I'm pretty sure I'm missing several features, but you can absolutely check them out on the website once we publish it very soon.
Shortly.
Diana, can I talk about 2 different things too that are awesome on this?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Go ahead.
The hardware is amazing. By the way, when we're putting these on patients, hardware always like kind of bends in the OR. Your gold hardware, besides looking fancy, is strong and it's bomb. The straps, not just being wide so they don't hurt the girls, they have like 15 adjustable things. So it's going to fit so many different types of torsos, which is amazing. And the one thing that you didn't mention, which you thought about, which is actually, everyone keeps asking about this, the vaginal crotch opening. So this thing is like this soft little trapdoor thing that if I would never have thought of this as a surgeon and a dude. And I was like, when I saw this, I was like, this is amazing. So yeah, it's thought of so many different things. And I would just say one thing my concern was the lower back compression, and super important, the transition from the hips to the flanks, that we do like a lot of lipo in that area. And this is a very careful area that she was able to put like extra compression. So we compress the lipo areas, not the hip, and keep the butt. So it's a very smart garment. And there's a bunch of things she didn't even mention that are awesome about it too. Thank
you, Dr. Azizi. Yeah, that's actually right. I have tons of adjustability built into the straps. also the faja actually helps you with your posture. It pulls back your shoulders a little bit. And yeah, to your point, that was actually one of the things that Dr. Azizi brought to me as a plastic surgeon, which was very, very good insight. And I immediately translated it into the design, which is when you have Lipo 360, obviously BBL, Lipo 360 is part of a BBL. So BBL implies that you got Lipo 360. But let's say you got a BBL. That means in this entire section, you had fat removed, including everything above your booty cheeks. But the booty cheeks, you had some fat back added to it. So there needs to be some sort of barrier between the two. And Dr. Azizi, you can probably explain this significantly better in medical terms as me, but there needs to be a barrier between the area that was liposuctioned and the area that fat was grafted to. And this faja will do that.
Yeah, it's very simple. It's like when you put the fat in the butt and the hips, it's liquidy. And we just did all this heavy lipo in the lower back and right next door. And from that high pressure zone where you put it in the butt and it's liquidy, it can migrate over to the low pressure zone, which is where we did all that lipo. So this keeps the fat and the swelling in the proper compartments. So you don't lipo the lower back, you put fat next door and then it just goes back to the lower back again.
Exactly. And I really want to educate people on this more because there is a lot of false information out there that you need the soft butt fabric surrounding your butt cheeks, that it needs to be extra big and whatnot. No, you're really just hurting yourself. You're hurting yourself with that because if you take a look at it, part of the butt fabric that's really thin is already on your lower back. So now you're not getting compression there.
So I see a lot of great questions coming through, pricing, alterations. We're going to get to those at the end. I think Dr. Azizi, you're going to stick around for us, do some question and answering at the end.
I'm around, man. Whatever you need me. What do you need me for?
So next, we're going to welcome up, I'm going to call her Brii Michelle. She was the model you saw in the commercial. So everybody give her a round of applause while she comes up.
Yes.
There she go. All right, so first, introduce yourself, introduce how you and Diana know each other, and I got some questions for you, girl.
Okay, so my name is Brii Michelle, and I met Diana through Kyla.
Kyla should be on the live stream.
Kyla. So Kyla is a client of mine, and she brought Diana to meet me. And when I met her, it was just a vibe.
It was a vibe.
I believe we got on live together, right?
We did.
We got on live. We were talking. We had so many people engaged.
Oh yeah, there were so many people on that. I remember because I was showing how to measure yourself. Yes, I remember that.
And we both have had plastic surgery. She was new here. I believe you told me you had just came.
We had just
Chicago.
moved. Yep.
And it's been lit.
It was meant to be. I'm so glad that I met you. I really am.
So, I mean, obviously I know, but tell us a little bit about your store and what you do and things like that, so people kind of have an idea.
So I have New Touch Beauty Spa and I have So Snatch. So at New Touch Beauty Spa, we do post-op care, we do body contouring, facials, wax and lashes, everything. And then at So Snatch, we sell fajas. So I'm hoping that I can sell some of these fajas in my store.
Absolutely.
Because I don't think you're gonna be. You said I seen it on your page. It's gonna be very particular about.
I'm gonna be very particular.
Okay, we'll put them in.
Honey.
So we met like that because Diana was doing alterations at my store for pop-ups. And a lot of the women who come in there, they always ask us, do you do alterations? And I'm like, no, we don't do alterations. We just sell the garments. So when I met her, I thought it was perfect. And it's crazy because we send all our clients to you. We're like, look, she online, but she good. Here you go.
Thank you.
So yeah.
So Brii, when you were in the commercial, you came over here and you shot it for us graciously for about 8 hours. I know it's hot. Thank you for doing the makeup. We appreciate it, Janelle. So when you saw it for the first time, what'd you think?
I was in awe. I have not seen it, so I was just like, damn, I look good. I was a little nervous. I critique myself a lot. I'm just like, oh God, my big old booty just gonna be all over the screen.
Yeah.
What'd you think when you saw it?
It was very tasteful.
That's
I was a little scared when he was showing me clips. Where he at?
Chop.
Yeah, when he was showing me clips, I'm like, okay, if you like it, I love it.
Oh, it was just amazing.
Because I just, when you see yourself, she's like, ah, I'm like, okay.
So we got some behind the scene footage. We're gonna post that sometime in the next day. Brii is a whole fool, so
you're gonna
see some of that.
She made this commercial shoot
yes.
fun for everyone. Everyone who was on set was enjoying themselves.
Yeah, we had a good. We had a good time.
I was just being myself.
We had a good time.
We loved it. No, it was amazing.
Okay, so You had to be in the Faja, what, 6 hours that day? What you think? How'd it feel?
It was very snatched. It was very compressed.
This was word snatched again, bro. I don't.
It was snatched. I was ready to take it off. I was like, ooh. Listen, I ain't post-op no more. But I love the teardrop booty. That's what I call it.
It is.
It's very teardrop. It's shaping. I like the fact that the bra is included. Especially if you're wanting to just kind of, just walk around in a bra. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I like the print of it. I love the gold. I thought the gold was dope. I do see with Fajas the hooks bend a lot, and hers were strong. So I definitely see what you did and how you took your time in piecing out each piece that you wanted it to be perfect for women. And I think it's dope.
Thank you.
I couldn't take it home though. So.
You're getting yours.
You will get yours.
You will get it. We were trying so hard to keep the design a secret.
She was like, I'm gonna let you get one, but not now.
Girl, you have no idea how bad I wanted to show you that commercial because you killed it.
You
Thank
did.
you.
You did. You did.
Killed it.
Hey, that was my alter ego.
Ooh.
Who was that?
What's her name?
Finesse.
Ooh.
That was the alter ego.
Oh, okay.
I love it.
Okay, so
I love it.
final question for you before we bring up Imani. Be defiantly you, Brii. What does that mean to you? And kind of tell us a little bit about your story and what you're comfortable sharing about like how you were defiantly you getting to this point.
I'm always me. I feel like at your photo shoot, I was just being me. I'm gonna talk some
100.
shit. I'm gonna make people laugh. I may make a couple of jokes because I just feel like it's quiet, it's awkward. Okay, what's up? I'm very big on just being you. I love talking about plastic surgery. I love telling people, like what to do, what not to do. I feel like everything is so hidden. And I feel like what we're doing, we're kind of putting it to the forefront and making women be okay with it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And not be ashamed that, I want to get this done, but I don't want anybody to know. And I'm very transparent. And that's what I loved about you. I'm like, okay, she's just like me. She's like, yeah, girl, I had 2 surgeries and I did this. And I'm the same.
Yeah,
way,
why hide it, right?
Yeah, and I just
part of my
feel like,
journey.
yeah, it's part of your journey. It's a part of mine. You know, I had surgery after having my baby, and I'm freaking obsessed with it now. And I made a business out of it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
If you have a passion for something and you love it, make a business out of it. Everybody that's watching.
Preach.
But Brii, you killed in the commercial. It was a joy. I know Javon was here, one of my good friends. We were here. We had a great time laughing. We had some good food. We enjoyed ourselves. Thank you so much for doing that. Everybody get up for Brii.
Yes, give it up for
Thank you. Queen.
Don't laugh at me.
While we pass the mic to Imani, I'm going to scroll through the
While you scroll,
Go ahead.
I actually want to piggyback off something that Brii just said. I really loved it. You said we want women to feel comfortable about it.
Yes.
And at the very end of the commercial, you saw Brii walking out in a super cute outfit with the faja showing.
Getting into my Mercedes.
With the faja showing, I want people to proudly wear it. Don't be ashamed of it. It actually looks like a really sexy accessory, if you ask me, for your outfit.
I love this question about can we see the commercial again? Shortly, you'll have access to the website and you can watch it as many times as you like. I promise. Are we ready for Imani?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, while she comes up, there's a question. Oh, okay. Are we ready? Live TV, y'all. This is what happens. You got to change mics, everything. Let's see if we got a question on here.
I actually saw a question earlier. In addition to the body bralette that's going to be included, we're also including 50% off Faja alterations with me. So I think that's a big value that you're getting there because I'm not cheap, but I'm not cheap for a reason, right? So that's a big one.
So
Imani.
welcome on Imani. Come on, give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up.
Ooh, gorgeous.
Looking good, girl.
Stunning.
First of all, we just met and I'm mad that you're leaving.
I'm mad too.
We could talk about you all the time. We're like, man, how cool is she? She could have been somebody dope we could hang out with, but it's all good. We'll catch you when you come back.
She's leaving Atlanta.
Right.
She's moving.
So tell me about a little bit about you, and then we'll talk about your experience with the Faja.
Oh, there's so much to say about me.
Oh, let's hear it all, ma'am.
Well, I'll tell you how I met Diane.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
So actually, my mom. Shout out to my mom.
Shout out to moms.
Yes, mom.
So I was like, Mom. I told her right before I was going to Miami. I was like, I'm getting some liposuction, And she's like, what the hell? So she's like searching all this stuff. She's like, I found this lady, the Faja Doctor. And I'm like, okay, yeah, girl, whatever. I'm thinking like,
Your mom found me.
My mom found you on YouTube,
Shout out
girl.
to mom.
It's crazy. I never told you
Mom's
this.
everywhere.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
she
so
found
dope.
you on YouTube, and I remember like I kept getting smaller, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need my Faja altered like ASAP, like now. And that's when you were at So Snatched. And I was like, okay, well, let me get the first.
She came to the pop-up.
I was there early, like right when you opened the door, I was like. So I popped up first one. I'm like, girl, I need my Faja. Like I keep getting smaller. It's not fitting. Like fix it. So yeah, you fixed that. We was chatting. We was telling our whole life story.
It immediately clicked. Like I instantly was like, oh my gosh, she's such a dope person. Like I had to follow her. There's a lot of clients, especially those that I met in person, that I still fondly remember. Like I've had moments with clients that came to my alterations. We ended up praying together and like crying together. Like
it's crazy.
Like my clients are like my friends to me. My followers too. It's crazy.
Yeah, because we started bonding, and we would like by the time I left, I was like, damn, like I got a friend.
I felt that way too.
So
I love it.
But yeah, so I do marketing, I do TikTok, I do Instagram, I do YouTube.
You want to shout out your Instagram?
It's my name, Imani Bailee.
Okay.
So that's everything.
Follow her, please.
Follow me, please. Yeah.
So Imani was in the Mike. If we can go back real quick to the website, Imani was a model in there. She's I would love to get that pose where she's kind of doing the catwalk thing, if you don't mind.
Right, it's very fitting for the little leopard situation that
like
we got going on.
How great does she look? Right, like it looks amazing.
Stunning.
Right, I think that's the whole idea. What we were going for is trying to make it sexy. All of my college friends are here, and that's they got smiles on their face. I'm telling you now. They over here trying to make me laugh. I'm trying to work, but they over here cracking jokes, looking at booties and whatnot. So what I'm gonna tell you is, if you get one of these, your man's gonna be happy. But one of the question was, like, how did it feel on the inside? Someone's asking, like, how did it feel for you when you wore it?
Number one, once I saw the pattern, I was like, this is so you. Because you know, when you get your Faja altered, when you ship the Faja back, it's a pattern envelope.
Always.
So when I saw that, I was like, okay, this makes sense. That nasty nude, you know, the OG nude Faja. I was like, okay, cute. But then when I saw it was no zipper.
Yes.
I'm 6 feet tall. So me and that zipper used to beef. Like the zipper was all in my kitty. I put that on and I was like, okay, this is so comfortable. The bra is cute. Like it fits my boobs. The hooks.
Right. If you don't mind sharing your bra cup.
So I'm a 34G.
Right. And the bralettes.
My waist is, my bra size doesn't match up with my waist. Hips don't match. So everything just was super comfortable. Like I just wanted to sit in the Faja all day.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And yes, crotch flap. I actually forgot that Dr. Azizi did mention that. I heard so many bad things about these zipper crotches, and people mistakenly believe that you can still go, I'm sorry guys, number 2 with the zipper crotch Fajas. No, you can't. In most of them, you're still gonna have to come out of it, even if you have a zipper. And if you can, number 2 with your zipper crotch Faja, that means the zipper is going halfway up your back, meaning where's the shape coming from for your flanks and like, you know, the lower waist section. You know, missing out on it. So we were like crotch flap all day. It's so much more comfortable. You don't have to risk getting something caught while unzipping it, because that happened to me.
That happened to me too.
It's
Remember
terrible.
the nurse?
It's terrible. It's terrible. So to me, crotch flap was a no-brainer.
So there's one question on the screen I want to answer really quickly. I see all these questions coming in, and I just want to make sure we answer some of them. So we're calling each Faja a round. So like Diana had 2 rounds of plastic surgery. So this is the first round. This is the first pattern of body Faja. We're going to have multiple rounds each year. So she's currently working on getting the next round done. It's going to be a different pattern, different style. She has a lot in store for you guys. So stay tuned.
Again, Victoria's Secret is one of the brands I'm looking up to for inspiration.
Okay, so Imani, let's talk about Be Defiantly You for you. So let's talk about your story and what you want to share. Like what examples can you give us of when you were defying people's expectations of you?
I say I was defying my followers' expectations of me. Because when I talk about like lifestyle, femininity content, being your best self, finesse, high standards, and loving yourself, right? And so when I was like, oh, I got plastic surgery, the girlies was eating me up. They were like, girl, you don't love yourself. You telling us to love ourselves? And I'm like, cool on me though, because y'all be coming to me about men who disrespect y'all. But I'm just doing something for me. So I guess I was defying them, and I lost a lot of followers from that. I had to establish some like TikTok boundaries just for my own sanity. And but at the end of the day, I feel like do whatever is best for you. If you're not hurting anyone, do it.
Okay. How'd you feel after that? After all that happened?
Initially, I was really hurt because I thought that my followers, like Diana, are my friends.
Right.
And so when you see people coming for you, when you've helped them, I've literally gotten calls with girls that I don't know who are like telling me their business. And I'm like, you got this, you can do this. And to see comments roll in about, oh, this is horrible. Like, I'm unfollowing you. I looked up to you. Like, it was hurtful. But after that, it was just kind of like, once I established new boundaries and everything, I was like, okay, like, it is what it is. Like, I'm still going to have followers.
Right.
And if not, then cool, bye.
For those of you who couldn't hear, my 9-year-old son yelled out, haters. And that's true. I think that's the core of the brand that we're trying to build here, Diana's trying to build here, is just being confident in who you are, regardless of what other people say. We see all this negativity. And my neighbors and I, we talk about all the time. There's so much negative stuff going on in the world. We just want to be a little bit of sunshine while wearing all black for the world, so that everyone can just feel and be happy about themselves. Speaking of the all black, I'm gonna turn to Diana real quick. Can you tell everyone in the room why we got them wearing all black?
I don't know, because that's what I love to wear. So I have to make so many decisions every day that I like to reduce useless decisions. Like, what am I wearing today? So I just pull out some black clothes because it's always going to be cute. So that's it. Is that the answer?
That's the answer. And generally people make fun about me. Nora's called me out a couple of times for wearing all black. So we were like, okay, payback is going to be, if you're going to come to my house, you're going to have to wear all black.
All black.
So that's the kind of people that Diana and I are. We try to have fun everywhere we go. And that's kind of the brand we're getting. The brand we're trying to build is one where everyone feels comfortable in their skin. They're doing what they feel is right for them and not really worry about other folks. Yes. I thank you, Imani, so much. We really appreciate you. Can everybody give Imani a round of applause? All right, Mike, let's go ahead and queue up the questions. So this is a good time now to start getting questions in the chat. I'm gonna grab them. We got one last guest. Here's my boy. His name is, I'm gonna call him Chop, but he's also go by Sensei. Come on, Chop. Too cool for school. Come on, man. Hey, you ain't gotta pimp walk up here. Just come up here, bro. We ain't got. Hey, drip. Chop, what's up, man?
What's going on, Dre?
So, Chop is the mastermind behind the commercial, as well as helps us get our connection with the live stream team, as well as photography. So Chop's the plug. He's our guy. He does whatever we need him to do. So, Chop, share a little bit about your background.
Man, well, I'm born and raised in Atlanta, West Side.
There you go.
And, yeah, there we go. Yeah,
there you go.
But yeah, you know, I came from a certain type of background. I ain't even gonna really get into that because I ain't, you know, but
it don't matter no more.
It don't even matter. But like, I knew it was better out there for me. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And everybody around me doing the same thing. I see where they ended up. I ain't want that for myself.
Sure.
So I figured I need to put myself around people who live in the type of life that I see for myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But at the same time, I didn't want to go around those people and try to be a chameleon, try to be like those people.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I still want to go around and be myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Be comfortable in my own skin. And that's what I was able to do on a genuine level. And every step I took, I'm like, I gotta, make a way for other people.
Right.
So even my team, my boy Jay, Blaze, Mike, you know what I'm saying? We come from certain backgrounds and everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And people wouldn't even expect that when we come on set, when we come on scene.
For sure.
Because how we carry ourselves, but we still are ourselves. We're not being fake or nothing like that.
For sure. I mean, when I first met you, I was like, Diana knows, but I meet anybody for the first time, I really don't like them, honestly. And then, I mean, I'll let you share how you know Diana, but I was like, okay, I definitely don't like this nigga for sure. But he was a real cool dude, man. We chopped it up, had some brunch, and he kind of shared his idea, and you can just see the passion in this field for him, and like the vision that he had,
and the professionalism,
and the professionalism. And the perfection, because he was
Appreciate
like, I got to do this again. I'm like, bro, it's perfectly fine for me. Like, we good. We can move on to the next. Like, nah, man, I got to shoot it again because that's what the kind of dude he was.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Very impressive. Very.
So Tell me, how do you and Diana know each other?
Man, we know her. Man, MySpace.
Yeah.
Way back.
MySpace.
Way, you know what I'm talking about? Way back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she
Lives were very different then.
was
for
very
both of
different.
us.
I think you were living like in Germany. Or
I
something
was
like
in
that.
Germany,
And
right?
She came to Atlanta. So I was like, shit, we just about to get, just chill. We went to Bankhead. You know what I'm saying? She was like, I want to go to Bankhead. I'm like, you want to go to Bankhead?
I wanted a tour. Like,
Diana,
I'm a German tourist.
Like, what you know about Bankhead?
Shout out to T.I.
Oh,
like,
I'm like you're in Germany. You know what I'm talking about? I know
I saw
about
it in the movies, man.
Volkswagen. You want to come to Benz.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But no, it was all cool. We just kept in communication the whole time. And we just always been cool people. I didn't even know what a Faja was until about a month or two.
Yeah.
I'm like, Faja? What? Like, what's a Faja? You know what I'm saying? But nah, I was looking at her like y'all were talking about the design stuff she was doing. I'm like, okay, she's doing interior design. That's cool. And then she started doing the Faja. I'm like, I just thought that was just like granny panties. I didn't know what it was. I always thought it was ugly. I called them all waist trainers and what girdles or girdies, whatever. I didn't know what they were called. But I seen what she was doing, and I seen people reacting with her, the comments and stuff, the following, and just seeing everything growing. I'm like, man, that's what's so I'm proud of.
And then just like that, we found out. Well, no, we didn't find out. We decided we're moving to Atlanta. So we were still in the Chicago suburbs, and I was also at Starbucks again. I don't know. I'll be at Starbucks a lot apparently. And I was texting. I was like, let me text Chop and let him know, like, guess who's moving to Atlanta. And then from there we reconnected, and I found out how much he's grown, how much he has grown. And then it's just so crazy, both of us.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy how these talents just collided and created something so dope. And this applies to you, Brii, Dr. Azizi. Like, all these talents came together. Imani, Juliana just came together. The photographer, Guaves. Mike, all the people that came together. My husband actually played a huge role. I would not have been able to do this without you.
Thank you.
Just coming together and creating this. Like, it was meant to be. The way that everything aligned, it was meant to be.
So when Diana told me about Chop, she was like, this is dude I met on MySpace. We've been really cool. Nothing happened between us, but he was cool with me when I was 15 years old. We were riding around. I was like, okay.
we were both very young, okay?
I was like, okay.
Yeah, no, we both very young, but yeah.
She was like, no.
It just sounds crazy to hear that. You know?
She was like, no, for real, like, check out his documentary, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I'm not checking this nigga's documentary. No. But I checked it out. So tell him about it.
Oh yeah,
Thirst Trap. Yeah, it's about the waterboy culture down here in Atlanta. Different stories of the water boys. A lot of people was making mockery of them, just making it seem like it's just something trending. Like, oh, look at them, we're in the zoo, they just running up, it's all wild. But it's like real stories about these people, folks dying, going to jail, all kind of stuff. So I'm like, I know a lot of these people personally. I grew up in this area. I've seen these kids for years, you know what I'm saying? And I just want to really tell their story. I want to humanize them and let the world see exactly what's going on and how it's going on. It is on Tubi and Amazon Prime. If y'all want to see it, it's called Thirst Trap.
Say it again.
Thirst Trap. It's on Tubi and Amazon Prime.
Okay.
So y'all go check it out.
For sure, check it out. It's definitely good.
Yeah, Thirst Trap by Sensei Chop.
Chop, man, we appreciate you, man. Thank you for everything you've done. The work that you've done for us is amazing. Yes, sir. Y'all clap it up for Chop.
Boy.
Yes, sir. All right, that's cool. Dr. Azizi got back on the screen. We got some questions for you guys, some questions from you all. So first question comes, I'm gonna pose these to you and or Dr. Azizi, okay? So the first one comes from Kimberly. It says 50% off alterations for the life of the Faja or a limited time?
That is a good question. Your first alterations only.
Okay. How many, I think we answered this question.
But let me throw something in there real quick, a little asterisk. Most Fajas with 4 rows of hooks only need one round of alterations. So in very few cases, and by the way, the waist is already made so much smaller, you may not even need alterations. But I mean, I'm the Faja doctor. Why the heck would I not include Faja alterations in your package? So I did.
Does the body Faja have sleeves? Is another question.
No sleeves, because I don't think every Faja that has sleeves built in that I have encountered, the sleeves don't compress. B, you have no outfit flexibility because now you got these big old sleeves you got to hide. If it's warm out there and it's about to be spring and summer, is it already spring? What date is it? I don't even know.
It's technically winter still.
Oh, you're right. It's still winter for a few more days. What, 11 more days? Anyways, you have no outfit flexibility. And I find it so much easier. And I've been recommending that. I have a whole reel on that on my social media. Go and get yourself an arm compression garment. Those are very inexpensive. You can wear it on top whenever you need to, and then you can take them off if you want to have, you know, a dress on that doesn't cover your arms necessarily. So I think that's a much better solution. And yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I see this question here, but I'm gonna leave it up, but I'm gonna skip it for now. It says, do we send our measurements in when we pre-order?
So we actually, I know how confusing Faja size charts are. And if you've seen my post online about Faja sizing, every brand can literally make up their own Faja sizing. So it's not like, oh, okay, I wear size L pants. I'm gonna order size L Faja. No, that's not how it's gonna work. Faja's gonna be too small for you, honey. So what I ended up doing, and this is where my husband stepped in because he's just brilliant with that kind of stuff. We ended up creating logic and having it coded and programmed into our website that will essentially, it's basically a Faja size matcher tool. You put in your waist measurement, you put in your hip measurement, boom, it tells you you need, I don't know, size 2XL. Just like that.
And not only will it tell you that, if you need alterations, it's going to tell you ahead of time. If you don't need alterations, they're going to be too tight for you, it's going to tell you that. So it should tell you, it should be a very good predictor of what your experience is going to be.
Right, right. So don't even worry about it. I need you to, you need to get your measurements. I can't do that for you. But I definitely have instructions on the same page that the Faja size matcher tool is on that shows you how to measure it. It's extremely easy. Widest part of your hips, smallest part of your waist, put those measurements in, and we will tell you what size to buy. You don't even have to think.
Doctor, I'm sorry, I don't see many questions for you. They're mostly about Diana. I guess
it's all good. Tonight's all about Diana, dude. It's all good. I'm just here to supplement. I'm like vitamins. You can't just have me alone, you know?
Okay. Any Fajas with rods?
Rods and Fajas are pointless. And that's why I'm not going to put any rods in Fajas, because it doesn't add to compression. The only thing that it helps with is more support. So there's a few brands out there that really, really struggle with the creasing in the small of the waist, and they try to disguise it by adding rods. But it's very uncomfortable. It's going to poke you in your upper butt cheeks in the back. It's going to poke you in the front right here. I don't like rods. In a Faja, look, so if you're thinking about a corset that has rods, makes sense. It's just a piece that's like right here. There's no straps holding it up. There's no legs pulling it down, making sure it stays. So of course it's going to need rods so that it can keep that shape. But a Faja, you get the straps, you get the legs. What do you need rods for?
I don't know. Ask me. I'm not the
I actually
Faja
want to
doctor.
know. Why do you want the rods? Like I want to know.
I'm not the Faja. Okay. Next question is FUPA compression. I think we got this question. I got one more after that. FUPA compression. Am I saying that correctly?
Yes, sir.
FUPA. Okay, I think that's the upper P word area. We got a 9-year-old in here, so we got to edit ourselves. Okay. All right.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, we got 2 minutes left, so let's tell people when they can order it and then what the price will be.
All right. So in about 32 minutes, the website will officially allow you to pre-order, but we are about to publish the website, so you can check it out in the next few minutes here.
Scroll.
Right. I'm gonna post it I'm gonna publish the website in a second. It's still hidden.
Scroll.
But price gonna be $295. But again, you're getting a whole package. You're getting a luxurious unboxing experience. The website is luxurious. Everything is high end. The Faja itself, highest quality materials. Obviously, we had two brains come together, a medical brain and a Faja Doctor brain that, designed everything after so many years of experience together. So you're getting a lot for that price, not to mention the 50% off the Faja alterations, the matching bralette, and you're getting a 4-row extender so that because again, as I mentioned earlier, I made the waist quite small. So if you really want it and you don't have the most curvy measurements, you can use it still with the extender until the Faja gets through the break-in period, which is common for Fajas. I actually have an instructional video on that, amongst other instructional videos on the Brii website. You'll be able to see it on the FAQ page.
When's it going to ship?
So currently we're scheduled to mail them out March 31st.
So pre-orders tonight, ship date March 31st. Okay. We do have one question for you, Dr. Azizi. If we pull him back up real quick. I don't want you to feel left out, man. Again, we do appreciate your time here. He's been great for us. He's been a great partner for us, and I thank you for being on this live stream. He's a very, very, very busy man. So thank you again, Doc. Question is, what's the largest BMI clients you take?
Oh, I am 30 BMI as a upper limit.
1 second. Can the live stream hear him? I can hear him on my iPad, but I can't hear him on the speaker. I think I know the answer to the question. I think it's 30.
Yeah, 30.
See if we can get you to say it. If not, I'll answer it for you. It's 30. Can you say something, doctor?
Yeah, can you hear me now? It's 30 BMI is my hand number.
I think it's 30, right, Doc? Nod your head. Okay. So for Dr. Azizi in Chicago, you can go to plasticsurgery.com.
Yep.
All the information is there. His surgery team is amazing. I've met them. I had to obviously take her a couple times. So Dr. Azizi and his team is amazing. So that's going to conclude our live stream. I know we're 1 minute over. We're very huge on respecting everyone's time. Inside of the building, we're about to turn up. We got bartender, we got hookah, we got food. So hopefully you guys out there in the internet world are going to turn up as well as Friday. Be safe. In about 28 minutes, in about 30 seconds, the website will be live for you to go there and read about it, see the pictures. You can go to the size matcher and figure out what size you need. So you can do all those things. And at 9 o'clock sharp, that's where you can pre-order. So any last words from the woman, the greatest woman in the world?
Hold on.
Okay.
It's published.
Okay, outstanding. It's published now. Great. Anything you want to say? Any parting words, ma'am?
Whew. It's live. Thank you, everyone who came in person. Thank you, everyone who joined. It means so much to me that you guys just came to celebrate little old me. It's a big deal for me. Obviously life-changing, right? Thank you so much, Dr. Azizi, for your time, for everything. Chop murdered it. Oh, Emery. That's my son, y'all. That's Emery. Oh.
All right. So thank you guys for everything. At 9 o'clock sharp, go ahead and get your body faja. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody.